Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome yourself to the 26th episode of the Blind Counter Podcast. I am your host with the most, the Offset, aka Big Bob here, and today we welcome ourselves here to a special edition to the Blind Counter Podcast. We have our special guest himself, Mr. Blizzle, and our executive producer and co-host himself, Mr. AKIIRA AMANE. How we doing today, gentlemen?
Yo,
What
yo.
up? What up?
What's going on? We got
Good.
we got the first time guest, Mr. Blizzle, here in the cut from
Yeah.
ABX. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have him on. We're gonna get to know him a little bit more on and off the game here, and then talk about some discussions here. But what you been up to, man? What you been up to, Blizz? Anything new?
Yeah, man. Thank you guys first off for having me on here. I really appreciate it. I've been watching the podcast for the past couple of weeks now. I've been enjoying what you guys are doing. I think it's great for the community, people like yourselves trying to start something big that means something. But for me right now, I just started a new job, so I've been kind of laying back from the COD, mainly just spectating it and still watching it and trying to fulfill that passion I have for the game.
Okay,
I
yeah, I
like
like
that.
that. Yeah, I
Get
mean,
the itch, even though you can't. You gotta do what you gotta do. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
hell yeah, man. I know Blizz and I used to run it back in Modern Warfare 19, Cold War, Vanguard, all those times there. Life gets happening, school happens, shit like that. So a lot of things there to get caught up on. And then, Mr. Amane, anything new for you, man? What's going on with you?
I had a good weekend. Appreciate showing the love. Yeah, glad to have you on. This is gonna be a good one. I can already tell. But yeah, hit the pool this weekend. Went downtown with a previous guest, Scott of Butter. That was fun as always. Boy, crazy. And then just got ready for the week, and now we here. This is where I want to be. So
Okay.
we got some topics. We good. We getting it into it now.
Yeah, man, we got this is the last week of the, I guess, off
Off week, I
yeah,
guess.
off week, if you could say here. So we got some good duty coming up. We have some good topics to talk about, and we also got to get to know about Blizzle, get his name out there and everything like that. So I can just
Oh
go
yeah.
ahead and just jump right into it here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just gonna get into it here. First question I got for you, Mister Blizzle. How did you get your alias name? What's your IRL name, your age, and where you from?
Yeah, so first off, my name's Tyler. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I know Bob used to live up in PA. So, we have those
So,
roots that go back. Um, I got Blizzle from my boy Greg. His name's Nalek, his alias. He kind of just helped me fiddle around with the words in my name, and we kind of just settled on Blizzle. It sounded good. We kept the L capital, so when you take that L from me, you're gonna feel it.
Hey, you losing twice. I love
Yeah,
that shit.
exactly. We're coming for next.
I love that shit. No, the name's hard. I always thought that too. I was like, yeah, I like this. I like this.
I appreciate that.
yeah,
That's
no
what's
worries.
up.
Well,
So, yeah, in COD, bro, what's your role? Do you like AR, flex, sub? What do you like to play when you're on the game?
Yeah, so I've always kind of like just seen myself as a team player. I'm more in that flex position. If you need me to get up in someone's grill with the sub, I'm more than willing to do that. But my play style, I kind of like sitting back, holding those angles with an AR. But, I prefer being in that flex. Whatever my teammates need me to do, I want to be capable of doing that for them. I want them to be the most comfortable they can on the map. So I like trying to fall in that position the most.
okay.
Team player. I like it. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up.
You got like a favorite flex gun from the past Call of Duties?
Honestly, the last Call of Duty I played, we were, what was it, the Scar back in the day? Or what was that, the last Call of Duty?
Modern
That
Warfare
one was
2?
all right. Yeah, I mean, that one was all right. I think the best gun that I ever played with was the Merc foregrip on the MP5 with
Oh my.
MW
Ooh,
2019. I think that was just like the
nasty.
epitome of a sub. You could fly around the map, you could beam people off headies. That's where my bread and butter really was back in the day.
Oh yeah, no, that thing was a hip fire demon. I mean, that was a just that was a do it all gun right there for
Oh yeah,
sure.
I remember.
Oh
Yeah, I
man.
mean, you're slide canceling and you're catching four in the head, and that's it.
Yeah, fast as hell,
Which is
just
crazy.
deleting people off the map, dude.
Yeah, that's probably been my most fun meta that I ever had to play with for sure.
And I agree, man. Well, just kind of thinking about Call of Duty in general, man. And I don't know how long you've been playing it, but What was like the first COD you've ever played, and how did you discover that Call of Duty?
Yeah, so it's actually a funny story. I was 9 years old. My parents just bought me an Xbox 360, the white edition, the first one that ever came out back in
Oh yeah.
2009.
Okay.
And during that time, that's when MW2 came out. So I'm 9 years old sitting in MW2 lobbies on Christmas Day playing, getting all that
Oh.
shit talking into me and everything. So that's where I kind of fell in love with the game, playing on Rust, playing on these maps that they're
Oh
playing
yeah.
today, Skid Row, Karachi. So this game that we're playing right now in the new era of COD, it has a special place in my heart because that's where I started my journey in this game. And, that's where I loved it the most. It actually made me grow my passion for the game.
Okay. So
That's
you
beautiful.
started as a Christmas noob, huh?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. The parents
It
hooked me
happens.
up.
That's
So I
awesome.
mean, yeah, like so. I mean, years of playing after that, you're instantly addicted. I'm guessing it's just
Oh
like, oh
yeah.
yeah, I need this now. What about like competitive? Like when did you like, oh, I can like get a team and get with the boys and actually make strategy? Like when was that?
Yeah, so that was like advanced warfare probably going into like that. I
Okay,
started picking
okay.
it up a little serious with the jetpacks. I didn't
Mhm.
really play too much then, and then uh come fast forward to 2019, MW 2019 comes out, Bob's in the picture, our boy Greg, Nalex in the picture. We had a couple people, trying to form something that meant something, and that's when ABX kind of started taking off a little bit. So I'd say I honestly started taking it serious in 2019, but I've always been around that competitive scene ever since jetpacks were in, ever since Advanced Warfare.
That was some good Call of Duty to watch too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, low key, I know there's like a bad stigma in the community about like the jetpacks and advanced warfare and all the. I think what killed that game was all the microtransactions and stuff like that. But I know just like from the outside looking in now, I mean, it was a fun game to watch and play. Even though it wasn't a
Mhm.
traditional COD, which kind of made people not want to play it or like it as much in the actual season that it was being played. But kind of looking back now, what we got now, I mean, damn, we didn't really appreciate what we had then.
I know, and we thought it was small then. It was like it's actually bigger. It was like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
for real, for real. Well, as far as like the competitive Call of Duty aspect goes, whether it's watching or playing things like that, have you ever been to a LAN tournament to play or watch?
So that's actually been on my bucket list for now. I know they had a LAN in Columbus, and that's actually the closest it's been to me. And then now in recent years, they've been going to bigger cities like Boston, Toronto, and stuff like that. So I've never actually had the time to go to a LAN, but I'm always tuned in watching them boys tear it up.
Okay, okay.
Nice. Okay. Is there ever like I mean, what about this year? You got any plans? You coming? What's up, man?
Not yet. No, not yet. If I
You
do
trying?
find the time though, I definitely want to be there, especially with how big, Scumpy, Bows, and Methods have been, like on the watch party and stuff like that. Like to see them, to, maybe meet up with them and Hex and all them, like that's definitely on the bucket list for sure. So if time
Yeah,
does,
yeah.
work in my favor, I definitely want to get out and be a part of that for sure.
Nice. That's what's up.
Hell
That's what's up. So it's like what about well yeah, go ahead, Bob. I heard you talking.
no, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say something about Hex, but it was like, oh, where did we see Hex at? Was that at Champs or
Yeah,
Major One
that
last
was
year?
champs.
It
Vegas. We
was?
were at the
Oh.
Razor meetup. We got to meet everybody. The Hex, Methods, Hitch, and Embos. Money
Yeah,
B.
we all gotta get together and do that for real. So yeah, let us know, bro.
Yeah, you got to come to
For
champs, man.
sure.
We're trying to get a good group coming out the champs. Rumored to be in Dallas, Texas this year. So hey, go ahead. Probably late July, early August is where I'm gonna go ahead and start brainstorming ideas for leaving and doing
Yeah.
something like that. So it'll be a good time. A damn good time.
Hell yeah, especially with the home crowd of the green wall being there, bro. It's gonna be in full effect for them boys. It's gonna be get wild.
Boy.
Hell yeah, it's
Yo,
gonna be fun. It'll be a
it
good
will be theirs to lose, brother.
Yeah, for
time.
sure, for sure.
Well, I wanna kind of dig a little bit deeper, man. I wanna really know, cause like for me, I got some good Call of Duty memories from IRL things like that, including midnight releases, right? Do you
Oh yeah.
remember your first Call of Duty midnight release and what that experience was like?
It was actually wild. So it was me and my cousins going to the GameStop near me in Pittsburgh, camped out probably 4 p.m. that day. We were the third people in line, and there was people already there
Holy
before us,
shit.
bro. And it was for Black Ops 1. So the original Call of Duty Black Ops.
Okay.
And
My
we
favorite.
were yeah, we were very big into zombies back in the day. So we were
Oh,
like, "Oh, we're camping out for this stuff. Like we can't miss this. This has to be it." So we actually camped out for like 8 hours that day. We got our copies, and then we came back home, plugged them in, and we went to work on those zombies real fast.
We went to work. That's just hilarious.
Yes, sir.
Everybody went on his shift. That's hilarious.
what's
Go
what's
back.
the what's the best zombie map?
BO1, dude, honestly, like I like it. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about it, but I like Ascension, man. I really fucked with that map with getting
Mhm.
all the landers around, getting your pack-a-punch up. Like there was just a lot more going on that map. The monkeys were crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
losing your perks, so you had to be spread out throughout the map. There's a lot of strategy that went into it to do the Easter egg. Now, the one that I like the most out of any of them, my favorite map of all time has to be Origins with the
Okay.
staffs. Building the staffs, knowing how to build the staffs, speed running it, doing all that stuff. That was what was intriguing to me. So I'd say those two maps, Ascension and Origin for sure.
Ascension. Ascension. Dude, yeah. I remember when what was like that was like the first DLC for Black Ops 1. I remember respawning in, it's like black and white, and it's like Ascension, doing all the numbers and stuff like that. Dude, man, what I would do to relive playing Black Ops 1 again, man.
Oh my.
Uh,
Yeah, on 60 frames too. Playing
I,
on the console.
well, I mean, we
Yeah.
didn't know any different. I was playing on a damn TV, bro. Probably like a 480p. Dude, it was horrible, man. Like my setup then was trash, dude, compared to now, man. If I
Input
knew,
Totally
lag out the
tubular.
ass.
yeah, dude, it was bad. Oh, dude, I didn't even have a chair, dude. I was on
It was like
Wi-Fi, just playing.
input lag was baked into like your eye move. You just were
Yeah.
like dialed in. It's crazy.
Literally,
Like,
yeah. And then you're playing on the 45-inch Samsung TV on your couch. It
yeah,
was totally different, bro.
yeah,
Totally different.
super casual. Oh my god, that's so funny.
I do like having like a desk set up, like a battle station. How gaming is going more and more, but like, everybody got a console and a PC now. It's just crazy, but
Yeah, hey, man, it's all fun, man. It's all fun.
right, Sly
Um,
Cooper on the old big ass TVs back in the day, bro.
hey. Well, I want to dive a little bit deeper into you as a competitor, things like
Yeah.
that. So I want to see like, as someone who has started to dabble in the competitive scene, was there ever like a biggest accomplishment that you've had within competing, or what did that look like? It could be anything as minute as winning your first GB or winning your first goal. It could be anything, man. Anything like that sticks out to you?
Yeah, for me on MW 2019, it was actually winning my first gold with our boys on ABX. That
Okay.
was like a break point through for me because, we spent hours playing that game in the lab, throwing pre-nades. Where does this nade land off spawn? Trying to be like S&D specialist because we played a lot of S&D heavily. And, when I was doing that, I really followed Illy back in the day because he was the kid that was, putting people on the, like, he was the one in S&D that
Yeah,
you wanted to be like. So, going in the lab, figuring out pre-nades, pre-fires, shooting through walls, crazy post-bomb plants where I can wall bang you through this and this, stuff like that. So, I mean, that was like awesome for me. Like seeing all that hard work pay off and winning my first gold in an S&D tournament, that was just like something that felt so good for me. And I know it felt good for my teammates too.
Yeah, there's nothing like winning your first gold, man. Like that's just one of those like good memories where you're like, dude, like I fucking made it, man. All this hard work paying off, all these strats, these team comms, everything, man. Just everything's clicking right. It's the ultimate dopamine for sure, for
Literally.
dopamine dripping. I love it.
sure. Well, let's see here. Well, just kind of diving into that. Um, you know, was there a time that you played with anybody who was like the best player that you could think of at the moment? Like, what did that look like for you?
Yeah, so it's funny we say this. We were talking about this before the podcast started. We actually played Kleenex in a one and done S&D 3v3, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
telling Bob like this dude was different, bro. Like he was running my stuff down. I mean, I could see why he's one of the greatest in the world right now. We lost 6-3 to him, but we gave it a valiant effort. But yeah, that kid was different. Tobias is something to be like not messed with. He is definitely one of the best players I've ever played against. And it just goes to show you, like when you play a kid at that level who's gonna be in the pros, you can see that there's still a skill gap from the people that are kind of taking it serious but aren't at that level yet. And that kind of like made me realize like where I need to be with my game if I ever wanted to take it that serious.
Hell yeah.
Facts though. I mean, we kind of like walked past and dapped him up somewhere. I think it was in Raleigh, and they you could just tell they were locked in. It was him and somebody. Might have been Insight, and they were just staring off. They were like just ready. And I was like, if you got Aches backing you though on the flank and all that, like you're good. Like he don't like anybody. Like so if he's got the pass from Aches, he's good. And he's fries. He's
For
absolutely
sure.
fries.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. He's definitely up.
I forget what map we played him on, but it was the one with the trains down the long way, like the long strip down the right side, and then
St.
like A bomb.
Petersburg.
Yeah, and the A bomb was off to the right. And bro, like the main point of that was to get in boxes and to get into checkers. And bro, every time I'm challenging this kid in checkers, he'd always find a way to, outmaneuver me or win that gunfight and take control of boxes. And then it's like, oh, the round's over. So I think like he was really good at finding out the minute details that no one else could figure out.
Yeah, man. That's
And or probably early before anyone, he keeps it. It's like sauce for him. He's not going to say anything. Like you just got to watch and recognize it.
Yeah,
The little
exactly.
little shit, and sometimes probably trolly too. But I mean, bro, you had mentioned what? So you got a new job. I mean, so where are you as far as balancing that with like even outside of Call of Duty and the scene in general? Like, what are you doing to find some balance in your life, including gaming when you can, this and that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me right now is self-development. Getting out of college, finding that new job, always reflecting on every day, whether it be Call of Duty, whether it be in my life, whether it be, towards my relationship with my girlfriend, like how can I better myself every single day? Even if it's 1%, I think
Mm-hmm.
that, you take that time, set it aside. If you're trying to apply that to Call of Duty, take 30 minutes out of the day, whatever you have, watch a VOD and oh, I did this wrong, oh, I did that wrong, but I did this good, and take notes and just try and better yourself. That's kind of helped me and help my balance, throughout life. It's making me a better person right now. But just working on my self development, that's a huge thing for me right now, and it's given me a lot more balance in my life.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like that, man.
You got
Yeah.
the bug. It's like right around then too. You're like, all right, like I got to do something now. It's like something clicks in you. I like hearing that. That's
Mhm.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure.
Good. Well, we're kind of reeling it back in on Call of Duty, CDL, things like that. There, this year here, is there a particular player or team that you're a fan of or following this season here?
For sure. Yeah, no, I've always been an Optic fan. I've always loved Scumpy, always loved Formal, Dashy, all those
Yeah.
boys. And I think this new roster with Kenny, AG, Dashy, and Shotzi is insane. Um, I love them. I'd like to see them bounce back in the next major. They took kind of a hard fall against Atlanta FaZe, not
Yeah.
performing where they need to be at. But I think, they have Damon there at the helm. He's gonna get them right, and I think this next major, they're out for blood. I think it's really gonna be a different team that we're gonna see because it was just the minute things that they were losing to against FaZe. But I mean, you look at them at any other top four team, and they're kind of wiping them off the board right now. Even Toronto, the Subliners, they're
Yeah.
kind of handling them pretty nice, and it's just one or two things they could clean up, and them boys are looking fresh.
I
I
agree.
agree, bro. They're looking so good. I mean, this is the best team we've had in years for sure.
Yeah.
And like, we got to do something with it now. As a little biased statement, but I mean, I'm loving it so far. Like Kenny, I didn't know at first. I mean, Draza would have been cool too from earlier in the roster mania, but Kenny is the glue. I mean, that dude absolutely goes off. He doesn't care who he's playing either. He's just like he knows what to do. I love it. I'm
Yeah, he's a great
so happy.
IGL. I think he's a
Hmm.
lot more comfy in that IGL spot, and he knows he has dudes around him that can perform at a very high level, so that lets him kind of calm down and just like take his troops into battle, knowing that like, all right, my boys got me. I just got to focus on what I need to do and what's best for us.
Yo, it's like he's director for real. Like what Dashy's executive producer, and then the subs are the actors or some shit. You know,
Literally, that's a great
like
way to put it.
that's exactly how I feel the build is. We need it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's
I'm
been a
tired. It's
tough
been
couple of
2 years,
last 3 years, man.
two,
Yeah,
3. Oh my god, bro.
it's been bad. You know, we go to champs and it's like, oh, top six, great. Let's move on to the next year.
Yeah, straight up, straight up. I mean, have you ever bet on any games like Prize Picks or FanDuel, anything like that?
A little bit. You know, I dabble, but I'm
You
not too
dabble.
crazy. Yeah, I'm not too
You
crazy into it. I
dabble.
kind of just I like relaxing and watching it. You know, that stuff kind of stresses me out a little bit, you know, putting
Wait,
money
low
on the
key.
line. So, you know, I kind of just sit back and chill when it comes to that stuff.
Good deal. I can see like maybe like a weekend on, weekend off, or like you just know like one matchup. You're like, all right, might as well like just throw a little something. But okay, have you like you mind sharing if the most you've ever won, if you did, or the most you've ever lost?
So we actually, yeah, I talked about this. I think it was a question Bob sent me. So I probably bet around $1,000 total throughout my career in chows,
I
whether it
just
be
like watching,
chows.
chilling.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, like through chows and prize picks, you know, like I've done probably around $1,000. I'd say I'm up around 250 after
Bet.
all that through the years. I mean,
Hey,
it's
that's
not
a
too
bet.
crazy, but it's
As long as
something.
you're green. As long as you're green.
Yeah.
Straight up. It could be a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
Could be, yeah, for
uh,
sure.
no,
Good
that's what's
deal,
up.
man. Good deal. Well, I mean, that's all the questions I had to ask, Mr. Amana. You got anything else you want to add on to that?
I mean, I know Blizzle's got a couple things going on. I mean, really, the question is, what's the handles, man? Where can they find you?
Oh, the handles. Yeah.
Hey,
The handles on Twitter. The Twitter is ABX capital B capital X underscore Blizzle. And then the handle for Instagram is Tyler Blake 17 underscore.
Okay.
You can follow
yeah,
me there. You know, I'm mainly on Twitter nowadays. I don't really post on
yeah,
Instagram that much, maybe a story here and there. But, you know, most of the stuff's popping off on Twitter, especially with the CDL and all that stuff. So I'm mainly keeping
facts.
along up there.
Yeah, same, man. I mean, let's be honest. Instagram has been kind of falling off ever since they introduced Reels, and TikTok's been
Dead.
kind of taking over everything. So they took away what the algorithm for like picture posting. I don't know what they did. They just messed it all the way up. But
For
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, cool.
Well, cool, man. Well, we're just gonna switch over to some topics here, but I know Blizz, you're welcome to stay on for a little bit longer, or you can dip out. I know you got some things to take home, take care of in real life. So feel free to just drop out whenever, man. We're just gonna switch over to some topics here, but we really appreciate you coming on
Yeah,
here and
thank you, bro.
letting
Of
us
course.
to
Bro,
get to know
thank you
yourself.
both. Thank you both
Yeah.
for having me. This was fun as fuck. I loved it. You know, I've been watching it. Like I said, I've been watching your guys' podcast for a couple weeks now, and just to be a part of it's
Thank you.
really cool. So thank you very much for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man,
You
absolutely.
got
And
it, bro.
come on back whenever, man. We gotta get you a little face cam next time. We'll get you right, and we'll get some good CDL games going. Maybe get a good I don't know round table with the ABX boys and get some good.
Yo, I'll make a layout. I'll make a template. We got it
Hell
right.
yeah. No, definitely. Let's do that for sure.
All right,
That's a
bet.
bet.
That's a bet.
All
All
right,
right,
Thank you,
boys.
man.
You guys enjoy the rest of your night and your podcast. I appreciate it.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
Hey,
too, man.
appreciate you.
Bye bye.
Peace
Peace,
out.
man.
All
The boy.
righty. That was Big Blizz from ABX. We go way back. You know what I'm saying? COVID
You might
days.
gotta fix me on
Yeah,
the
we
shit, bruh.
gotta fix 'em up.
I saw that head
Hey.
twitch.
Oh
I saw you
yeah.
say,
Oh, yeah. All right,
a
here we
one, a two, a three.
back right here.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, he's cool as fuck. I'm glad
Hell
we got
yeah.
to talk.
Hey, Big Blizz, man. Big Blizz, we go way back, man. That shit.
That
He's a
shit
good
funny
dude. He's a
too.
good dude.
I love that it's like PA boys. It's like I'm low key a PA boy, but that's
We all
been a while. I need to go back up,
we
man.
all got some roots in the PA. We all got some roots in
Yeah.
the PA. Well, good deal, man. Well, let's jump on over, man, because we got some crazy topics to discuss
Bro.
here. as far as what that looks like, we had Season 3 dropping, and then we had some crazy news pop off as well. So we had an MCW nerf drop with the Season 3 update. So the MCW just got nerfed into all hell. So they decreased the headshot damage multiplier from a 1.3 to a 1.1, which now allows the MCW to no longer be a 4-shot kill. No matter where you shoot them, if you shoot them 4 times in the head, it's still going to take that 5th bullet to kill somebody. So the MCW got nerfed into the ground, and
I mean, have you been playing more sub because of it, or are you still just rocking the?
I've still been rocking the MCW in Rival 9, but I know the meta has kind of changed a little bit here with some more experimenting and whatnot. We're almost a week deep into the new season, so a lot of nerds have been going in there and tweaking with some of the new metas and whatnot. So I know the Swarm has been one that's kind of been creeping up into the meta, and then also the Striker 9 has also been in rotations as well. I've seen a lot of different guns being played season here. But as far as the Rival 9, it apparently was also nerfed, but I don't think it was a nerf to where like it was dramatically affected.
I was like, what?
Because the Rival is still a ray gun, it's still beam, so technically the nerf was that it increased the sprint to fire time from 93 to 110 milliseconds, so plus 18 sprint to fire. And then we had a decrease in near medium range damage, 7% there, a decrease in medium range damage at 8%, and then a decreased lower torso, lower arm, and hand damage multiplier from a 1.1 to just a regular 1 times, which was a negative 9% change there.
Interesting.
So yeah, so just kind of going into that. So with this new update here, the Rival actually now kills quicker than the MCW at every range. So here at the red we have the MCW, and then here in the orange we have the Rival 9. So here's the TTKs for both guns, solid to solid. I mean, I cannot believe this at all. It's very interesting that they would have a sub at any range kill quicker than the AR. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, look at this.
Dude, that's a lot.
That is literally
pretty decent. That's pretty decent.
At 0 range, we have the Rival killing in 383 milliseconds, and then the MCW right under 600 milliseconds, and then at the farthest range, at what 666 meters or something, we have the Rival killing right at around 650 milliseconds, and then the MCW at 850 milliseconds. So a total of like literally 200 milliseconds. That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
I mean, that's what 1/5 a second. Like, it comes down to timing, and you have to be, so that's being double ahead of them. Even if it, you were to both see each other at the same time, it comes down to timing and net code and all that. Like, so 4 milliseconds, you're almost half a second behind, in my opinion, from what I understand, and that's crazy.
Yeah, it's actually insane, and just kind of like, oh man, I can't even understand.
Like, that's actually,
why,
I'm just gonna run the sub, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah, and it's about equal coming out of a sprint as well. So I mean, here's the sprint to fire update here. If anybody's interested to see this, where it's pretty even here, kind of at the closer ranges, and then after a while, it's just it is what it is. So I don't know, man. They got to figure something out. I know a new meta has been talked about. I know Parasite and all of them have been wanting to get a new AR, maybe the Holger to come back. I don't know. Maybe the BP50. I don't know what they're gonna do here. So only time will tell to see what the new meta is gonna look like here. But we got the new matches starting up pretty soon, so hopefully we'll see some new changes coming in and things like that as well. But also some Season 3 updates here to keep a lookout. We got some glove buffs here, so these haven't been 100% released quite yet. I know We had a content creator debrief here, and I believe lunchtime kind of jumped the gun on some of the updates here, but the updates coming soon would be the quick grip gloves. The swap speeds have been improved on those gloves there. The assault gloves have been improved weapon handling, so while jumping, and the accuracy for time, the ADS has been improved with that. The commando gloves have improved sprint outspeed, and tactical sprint reload cancels reload. So those are something to change there. And then the last but not least, the marksman gloves actually work as intended, where the sway benefits didn't work, but now there's no sway when it comes to the ADS and flinch as well.
What gloves you like running?
I like using the assault glove on all of them now,
Yeah.
but now with the new update here, I haven't really changed it up much, but definitely need to experiment with some of these new gloves.
Definitely.
Um, and then in other news here, following the update for Season 3, we have the Ordnance gloves now being GA'd for competitive Call of Duty, so they didn't want to get spawn killed right off of, they pretty much, this was a GA'd subliners, New York subliners. So,
Yeah.
I find it interesting here that that after they saw that car bomb, they were like, yeah, no, we're GAing those gloves off spawn.
I mean, that was absolutely ass. I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, are you serious?
I mean, there's
Blew
a
my mind.
debate to be had. I mean, it's a skill gap,
I
a
get it,
knowledge
but
gap between like someone doing their homework and someone just playing rank play. You know what I'm saying? So, I honestly don't see why they would want to GA these gloves here. I mean, obviously, like, um, it, it it's
I
something
mean,
to
if
learn.
anything, in my opinion, yeah, it's something to learn. And there's also like a counter argument too that I could kind of understand is like, all right, if you say, well, don't run to that car. All right, well, that's free info already. It's like they're probably not going to run towards this car, so maybe that's a lane cut off. Let's just focus on, we'll split up left and right, or something. You know what I'm saying? Or they take the chance. Like
Yeah.
to me, it's like you take a guess on the attempt, but the defending team also, or however it works, versus them is also taking an attempt on like, is it free info or not? So I
hmm
don't know.
It's
It's
not like
pretty
it's
interesting.
broken either. It's not like
No,
it's like
I mean,
a broken mechanic. It's just something that someone
it's
has
been in the
learned, and
game before.
if you don't know, then you don't know. Then now you know. Now you know.
Now you know. I hope so. If you get four deaded off a fucking
I don't know.
car bomb.
They gonna learn today. They did, and they said not again. G8 it. G8 into the ground.
That's crazy.
It
That's
is crazy.
crazy.
And then moving into some other news here, we have the stun grenades being nerfed as well within the Season 3 update. So they decreased victim
Thank God.
aim slowness duration to 300 milliseconds, removed the aim slowness effect on a victim's equipment with tac mask, and then the victim movement and aim slowness now linearly scales down throughout the stun duration. So a little bit of a nerf there for the stun grenades, but nothing too noticeable there. But needless to say, definitely needed to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
following the Season 3, we now have Invasion Hardpoint being taken out and replaced with Vista Hardpoint. Is this a W or an L? Um, I'll say this: the spawns on Invasion Hardpoint are absolutely atrocious. So yeah, I'm happy to
Yeah.
see that out, because I mean everyone's spawning Embassy P4 is just broke. But I don't know about Vista. I didn't have enough time to really play Vista as much, but I know that the spawns on Vista were pretty broken for control. But I mean, it played all right for Vista. I know people were kind of leaning more towards departures for this here. But regardless, that's going to be in the rotation now, starting up in this next season
Do you
here.
think we'll get departures then? Maybe they decide like, okay, yeah, like some of this shit is ass. Like we'll bring departures in for, major four. I guess they wouldn't though, would they? They'd probably just want to keep it like as it is at this point. That'd be tough.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely getting tough, and I know here recently, kind of everything's kind of settling as far as like changes. So I don't
Frostmania,
know.
map set.
Yeah, I think that the map set's kind of solid now, as far as what that looks like coming into the next split
At
here.
least it's colorful, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure, we'll
I mean,
take it.
I'd rather look at that than fucking Invasion.
Yeah. And then moving in here,
That
we
looks like
have
the spot in Vegas where we sat.
yeah, fags, dude.
We're walking a dog out there.
Yeah, walking the dog, getting talked to by the guy on Andy Griffith show.
Yes, sir.
And then moving in here, we have 6 Star, which is the new map that dropped in Season 3. The Hardpoint is now replacing Skid Row Hardpoint in the CDL map set. So we'll see Raid 2.0 coming into the map pool here. So I'm actually interested to see how this gameplay is going to work out as well. But we'll no longer have Skid Row or Invasion Hardpoint. We're now going to have Vista and 6 Star coming into the new map sets for this new split here.
Chauncey about to be behind that bar. I'm about to Photoshop
that. You let her sell just sitting there snaking over her, you know what I'm saying?
that. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny. All right, and then as far as what that looks like here, we have the schedule for this weekend here. So the matches we're gonna start back up for Major 3. Week 1 will be April 12th, this Friday. We're gonna have 2 matches coming into Friday, and then 3 and 3 Saturday and Sunday here. So we can kind of get into it here. I know as far as what that looks like here, we have the first match being Atlanta FaZe versus the Minnesota Rocker. And I know a lot of things have been changing here as far as what that looks like. I know a lot of changes as far as like the Rocker, Miami Heretics. A lot of changes as far as the teams going, roster changes, things
Yeah.
like that. Real has officially been announced to replace Eric Boom for the Miami Heretics. So it'll be no longer Eric Broom. It'll be
Do you
Real.
think straight dirt? Do you think they're gonna be better
I mean, honestly, I
before they
know
even play?
it's hard to tell, man. It's really hard to tell. I know the team hasn't been really looking that good in the second split here, and then going into the third split. I know Real was a up and coming player for sure, but he kind of got hoed for his visa not being approved here. So, but only time will tell. I mean, I'm interested to see because I know he was supposed to do something good for Carolina this year, and then
Yeah.
that kind of fell
Yeah.
through, and then now Miami's picked him up. So I'm interested to see what he's got to offer here. But I wasn't sure what your thoughts were on this guy.
I mean, I kind of remember like him playing a little while back, but I mean, it just looks like they unfolded the jersey, put it on, told him to stand there, took a picture.
Brand new,
That's all
bro.
I'm seeing as a graphic designer. Just yeah,
Yeah.
it's only his 3rd day out here, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So Eric Broom will be rejoining SVP Syndicate in Challengers with Cruz, Linners, and Gunzy back to the team that finished 3rd in Boston for the Challenger side there. So Eric Broom back in Challengers, and we also have where is it at? Oh, goodness. We also have Temp here. Joining team with Flames, Proloot, and Capsidal in Challengers. Capsidal and Flames were originally with Bink and Fire, but now Proloot and Temp were with Spart that placed top 3 in the Challengers Cup here. So these players are now all 3 free agents, and notable free agents is Mohawk, Gravity are returning with Neptune. So Neptune also is returning back to Call of Duty after taking a break,
Okay.
going to Halo, and then bringing it back and making it clap here in Challengers. So we'll see what that has to unfold here. And then following the this weekend here, we had the top 8 Challengers teams for this season here. So we had the FaZe Clan Black, 4th Space, H-Town Spartans, SPG Syndicate, Team Yeez, Lore Gaming, Lagging Out, and Omit Brooklyn, all the top 8 Challengers teams here in the 6th Cup and Challengers. So a lot
These
of
are actually like some official names. I like them.
yeah.
Team Yeez is kind of crazy, but
Yeah. So I mean, some of the names here are there's a lot of good talent here in Challengers. I mean, FaZe Black, we have Exceed, Rex, Esteem, and Brack. And then in fourth base, we have Noisy, Sam, Welly, Exotic, and Pro MR. H-Town Spartans is now Wiz, Fart, Blow Frosty, and Fire. SGP Syndicate, Cruz, Craze, Lunars, and Gunzy. And then Team Yeez is obviously Yeez, Cammy, Awakening, and Two Real. Lore Gaming is Paulex, Major Maniac. I don't
Yuli?
say okay, Yuli and Johnny. Lagging out is Flames, Capsule, Prolute, and Temp. And then last but not least, we have Omit Black, which is Arcities, Vivid, Dak, and Classic. So a lot of pros, a lot of old pros, a lot of newer pros still in the scene here. But I mean, just as far as like the talent pool and challengers, I mean, it's definitely getting pretty competitive to the likes of a CDL team. So um, very interested to see here. Anything that you wanted to speak about on this?
I mean, like if we start seeing these names more and more, I could almost think of these 8 as being like like you think of the AM scene as like all the teams. Like this could actually be like the main 8 to 12 for the amateurs mainstays, because I mean there's a lot of previous pros, there's talent that's been crazy through the years. So I mean I'm liking what I'm seeing. Lagging out and Lore Gaming, I'll probably, just because of their names alone, probably be fans of them. But yeah, we'll be watching, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just to put it into perspective too, we have Arcities, a two-time world champ,
Crazy, dude.
inside of challengers, playing on Omit Brooklyn with Vivid, Dak, and Classic. So, I mean, I just find it interesting that someone who's won 2 world titles in Call of Duty is playing in challengers. So, that speaks volumes. Obviously, challengers is a very competitive scene now, with the CDL being very cutthroat and very hard to get into as far as like breaking in and keeping your name in there. So we needed a desperate expansion in the CDL, but only time will tell. Hopefully, Goal 4 we'll get some new things
Dude.
going along, but who knows?
Oh my god.
Who knows? Um, but yeah. And then, so yeah, well, let's go ahead and just jump right into some predictions here for this next coming weekend. So, I'm just going to jump right into it here. We have Atlanta FaZe and Minnesota Rocker battling it out at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday here. Anything as far as that goes for you? What's your predictions here for that?
3-0 phase, baby.
Got 3-0 FaZe, Mr. AMANE, 3-0 FaZe. Like that.
Got
Right.
to. I mean, shit. I'm even wearing the shirt. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em. Let's see here. All right, let me get that written down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
What do
agree
you
with you,
think?
man. I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Atlanta, the champs, coming out of Major 2, so definitely think that. I mean, we rumors are that Minnesota is picking up Dandy and who is it, Gunless, to join the team here alongside of Accuracy
Thank
and
God he's
Lens.
back.
So definitely
Gunless
gonna
is
be a,
back.
yeah, good to see Gunless back, Big P himself. So I'm actually interested to see how that matchup shows out. But with it being a newer team, a newer like I guess teamwork, things like that. I mean, they might have some um things to work on. But as far as what that look like, this is going to be a good showdown, a good test to get them going here. And then moving on here, the second and last series of Friday, we have the LAG versus Las Vegas Legion, starting out at 4:30 Eastern time here. What are your predictions for this one?
I mean, Attach has been looking crazy with LV, and then LAG's kind of crazy on land. But if this is back to online, I'm gonna go Las Vegas 3-2 banger. Turns out to be a banger.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna go 3-1 Las Vegas on this one. I know Attach and company have definitely been showing up and showing out, so they got some good
Yeah.
reps underneath their belt. I think that's gonna be a good one there. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Vegas. And then going into Saturday, we have the LAG once again showing up at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time against Toronto Ultra. Who you got for this series here?
LAG 2 or O2 this weekend.
Oof, hate to see it.
Hate to see it. I would go Toronto 3-1. LAG might take a surge.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a big fat donut. They're gonna go 3-0 there for that.
Good.
No, I'm not really
Sorry.
feeling like they're gonna get a map. And then the second series here, we have Miami Heretics and the Boston Breach battling it out at 4:30 Eastern time. This is gonna be a good one because I know Boston made a change, Miami made a change, and I'm actually really interested to see what this looks like here. But I'm gonna go Boston 3-2 for this one.
Okay. I was gonna go Miami 3-2.
Okay, I like that. I'm interested to see how that one. That's gonna be a good one to watch.
Yeah, I mean, if they both made changes, like I usually wouldn't care, but I will definitely be paying attention more than usual.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good weekend to watch. Kind of all the new roster changes going into effect, everything kind of being played out in a serious note for the first time. So I'm actually interested to see what happens here. And then the last match for Saturday, we have the New York Subliners versus the Minnesota Rocker once again, battling it out here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm gonna go NY 3-1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What you got?
Okay.
You
Oh yeah.
got?
So let's see. I'll say Minnesota 3-2 just on some random shit because of the change.
Okay. Okay. You never know what might happen.
Honeymoon is just some bullshit. Like they might just since NYSL hasn't had VOD to get smart with Minnesota with a new
True.
real roster. We'll see. But
True.
the talent's crazy, so it'll be still tough. So I'll go 3-2 Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right. And then rounding into the last day here, we have Sunday, April 14th. We have the Seattle Surge versus the Carolina Royal Ravens. This is going to be an absolute banger because we have the Carolina
Banger.
boys battling it out against the Seattle Shitters. Or, I'm sorry, Surge. Um, I'm going to definitely go 3-1 Carolina on this one.
I'll probably yeah. I was gonna say something pretty similar. Got to. I mean, yeah. Seattle's. I feel like without knowing and being there, like the only thing you can say is like Ray's going bowling. He don't give a fuck about this shit.
Ray is going bowling again. Oh my god, dude, that's hilarious. It's all hell. Oh my god, yeah.
So
Now,
I gotta go Carolina. So
okay, I like that. And then looks like here the next series we have LAT versus the Vegas Legion at 4:30. I know. Oh man, this is gonna be a hard one to tell if Ghosty and company turn up, but I'm gonna go Vegas again. I'm gonna go 3-2 Vegas here.
okay. So you think like didn't Joe Deceives come back into
Yeah, Joe Deceives is
LA?
replacing um. Name I forget now.
Afro?
Yeah, Afro. Thank you.
Got you. Yeah, I'll go 3-2 Vegas.
Okay. Okay, I like that. And then for the last but not least, the match that we're all been waiting for. The
Jeez.
Optic Texas versus Atlanta FaZe. This is the grand finals rematch here online at 6 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday. I'm going to go. Actually, let me hear your predictions. Let me hear your predictions. What you got? What you got?
Uh, I think since we're back online, I'm gonna go Texas 3. You want to say 3-2, but I'm gonna go 3-1. I feel like they're just gonna be on their bullshit after all that just happened and just refreshed as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 Optic.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, dude, this is gonna be a tough one, man.
Yeah, you want to
Um,
say they're gonna always go, but I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I'm gonna go Optic. I gotta go Optic. I gotta be optimistic. Optic. 3-2 Optic. 3-2
Okay.
Optic.
Well, and we got some new maps. We didn't really think about that too.
True,
Like so,
true.
So it could really just be a like throwing a banana peel out there for real.
Whoop. Okay, well that's going to be the schedule for
Wahoo!
this week 1 for the Major 3 split here. So go ahead and get some time put away here. But we got a couple good matches here, some good new rotations in the as far as like the map pools, and we also have some new talent coming to the series, new players, new rosters, things like that. So it's gonna be a good little weekend to get refreshed. And Todd's back this weekend. Todd's back.
Finally.
Sir. Yes, sir. All right, good deal. And then moving on here, we have some drama hitting the TL where Slasher, according to Slasher, he wasn't the only one who felt Stoopy needed more time. So as far as context, let's tune in
People
here.
who also were of the same train of thought as me. We all, basically everyone on the team was thinking the same way I was, that he needed more time. It wasn't gonna work with this roster and stuff like that. And I just don't like the way he's painted the narrative that I basically took a stand on my own, which was just not the case. And I don't think the rumor of a set of coaches and like I think it was just literally almost everyone was aligned with what I was thinking. And honestly, from the beginning of the season, that was the way the team was built. Was kind of like we're gonna bring in some veteran, try to help us get a good team culture, like play the game the right way because they never had that. And I guess they said, "Fuck that, we're going back to the old way." Said, "Oh, well, it turned into a slash."
Interesting. So apparently
Yeah.
Slasher and Steam definitely had some words with the team here, and they're gonna stick guns ho with Snoopy. I'm not sure like what their
I mean, he must
fascination
got
is.
blackmail on them.
Dude, for real, dude. Like either you're P Diddy and people, dude. I'm confused. Like, what's going on?
He said, "Y'all gonna let me play?
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
I'm gonna
leaving."
play. I own this team.
And we met him too. He's all quiet. He's like, "Hey, guys, how's it going? I appreciate it. Nice to meet you, man. Yeah, it was really fun. I can't wait to be back next year." Behind closed doors,
Yeah,
y'all motherfucker. Like,
dude, I
it's
don't
crazy.
get it,
I mean,
bro.
I hope he does. I hope he gets levels of Scumpy fame one day for his talent. But like, I'm not.
I just haven't
I
seen
agree.
anything
Like
spectacular.
a year or two more in challengers, and he doesn't. Not saying he just belongs in challengers. I'm just saying like, to get right in a sense, to where all of your fundamentals are completely covered, and then your talent takes you to like the A plus S tier, just because of what you did on the fundamental level. I'm not as good a player as him. I really don't need to be talking, but in my humble opinion, I don't know, a year or two more,
You know
and
what
then
this
he
is
just
giving
come
me?
back up.
You know what this is
What's
giving me?
this?
This is giving
Paco?
me this is giving me my dad owns a team energy.
Yo.
My dad's the coach. That's that. This is the energy
Yo.
I'm getting, bro. Like dead ass,
That is
dude.
hilarious. He's like, "Oh yeah, you want your lights on next month? Yeah.
yeah,
You go ahead
yeah.
and drop someone else."
I don't know, dude. This
Dude,
shit's
that's
crazy.
crazy. All right, Bob started a narrative. Offset just.
My dad's the owner and the coach for the team. I'm always good. I don't get it.
Sorry, Slasher.
Sorry,
Thank
guys.
you for letting me learn.
Your opinion might
Don't
be
you
valid,
ever come back.
but it's not good enough here. Get dropped. I don't get it, man. And then moving on here, we also have
Bruh.
some news that Zero knows what happened to Illy. Let's tune in here.
I know what happened, but like this is one of those things where I'm just not gonna say. All right. And I know like you're gonna be like, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. It's just that's just the way it is, bro. Like, obviously I know what's happened, but like I'm just not gonna tell you. How many gifted it is? It's nothing bad. Like it's just like one of those things. But Illy was never banned, and he would never play.
I know,
for
but
Seattle.
I'm not gonna say. But
I mean, he
just want
could
you
play
to
for
know that
Seattle,
I know.
but I don't think he wants to. And I don't think Rambo wants him there either, if you catch my drift.
There it is.
Uh,
So it sounds like Rambo and
Called
Illy got into a little tiff. I'm only putting 2 and 2 together here just on what Buddy was saying here, but I mean, dude, what are your takeaways on something like that, man?
I mean, we all remember. I mean, if you've been following the scene even remotely for the past couple years, like Optic Dashy and Rambo going at it. I mean, Shotzi, he's more of a passive person in general, and they had experience on like Empire and all that stuff, but like maybe the history on Empire and then the history from Optic and then him trying to get now, and then you're not gonna say Illy like might have fucked up or anything because we really don't know what that was, but you can always assess, and maybe that's just what Rainbow's doing. So I mean, it's probably some bullshit too where they held Pred last year. It was like, yeah, we're not gonna let you play, but we're not gonna let you go either. So I'm hoping he can be let go or go to another team, because there was word with him going to Rocker, and now might not be a thing. Like, I wonder if that's Seattle pulling him back. We might even have a topic on it coming up, but I find it very interesting. Definitely.
Yeah,
The
it's hard
people
to tell,
involved
man.
are, yeah, the core have been there historically, but it's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, it's interesting to say the least that like CL Surge might be like blocking Illy's potential to go somewhere and be back
Yeah.
on in Seattle.
World champ.
I don't get it, man. I mean, he's a nasty player. I hate that he's so quiet on the TL so that we can get some sort of context from him. Maybe an update. I don't know, but only time will tell. Hopefully, we'll see Illy back in this year here. But I know the past couple of years he's been on and off in the CDL, so I don't know what
It's
future
been
holds
tough.
for Illy. So, but moving on here, we also have Sib reveals that he chose the subliners over Breach, even though Breach offered him significantly higher pay, just because he wanted to be on a better team. So let's go and tune
I'm
into this.
taking less money to play with a top player than going to get paid, in my opinion. So
That's what I did.
yeah. So
100%.
like,
I could have been on Boston, but Boston was the only other team that reached out to me besides New York. Boston was giving me a significant higher pay, but I chose
but
New
you're
York.
taking the less money to play with the good team every day of the
Correct.
week. So like,
Yeah.
they got to have a player that people want to go play with, and I guess we'll see the rest of the season if they have that.
I mean, I just think it's insane because half of the year is already gone, brother.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, that-
I mean,
It's
That's
I'm taking less money.
I mean, yeah, I also agree with
Yeah.
this here. I mean, obviously, like with that being said, I mean, just think about it. Like, look at his team. I mean, imagine if Sib was put on the team in Boston, right? Yeah, he's getting good money starting off, but then he's gonna get dropped or replaced or something like that moving forward if they don't see success right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So, I would definitely understand that choice out of Sib there for sure. Plus, subliners just won champs,
mean-
so I was like, yo, dope. First of all,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with that too. Like, you're riding the high of that, but like you're also, it's fresh to where you don't have that curse happen to where you don't win the next year. And Sib's nasty, and so that's good. I mean, he's got a broken controller, but yeah, I mean, what he was saying was right. Like, and if I was in, their shoes, I would do the same thing. It's like, money's one thing, but like, what are you truly doing it for? You didn't play for money back when you were a kid. You played because you loved it. So if you're wanting to win, you pull a Draza.
Yeah.
And you do what Sib did here. So, I'm with it. I get it. That's
Yeah.
crazy though. Breach offered him more money. That part-time, well, not part-time, the part owner of Breach, the golfer, I forgot his name, John something, John Abrams maybe. It might be some random, but if that's his name though, that's crazy. He must got a bag to be paying people like this.
Yeah.
Even offering. That's what's up though. That's good.
Yeah, Snoopy's dad's got a lot of money. That shit's crazy. But moving on here,
Yeah.
moving on here, we have the North American Cup 6 champions out of challengers, which was Temp, Proloot, Flames 4K, and Capsidal. So GG's to those guys. Interested to see, awesome to see Temp, still holding his own in challengers. It takes a lot to win in challengers. Capsidal as well, a former Boston Breacher. Proloot, who was also in the league last year. And then
Isn't
Flames
on the
4K.
substitute?
Yeah, I'm not sure. He's
for
a
LAG?
substitute for LAG. So yeah, it's good to see that they're able to keep winning even though they're I mean, dude, it is just. I mean, this could be an actual CDL team in the league right now that could be competitive with the bottom 8 that we have currently.
If there was
so.
like 20 teams, like this could be like straight up like pick a city or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see it.
Yeah, absolutely. absolutely.
This looks like one of their teams would be their team's graphics. The rotation did a pretty good job, whoever their designer is.
Yeah, Charleston Chuckles or something like that. Who knows?
Okay, shouts out.
All right. Well, then moving on here, we also have some interesting stats here as far as Dashy being the first player to log over an hour of hill time this season. So he's officially been in the hill for an hour straight this season. Record, recording. Jeez, Louise, bringing in 3,787 seconds on hill. That's 1,006 more seconds than the next player down from him, which is Insight at 2,781 seconds. So this dude has literally doubled. What the hell?
I might have to keep an eye on this weekend just to see, like, I mean, because I like the play style. I mean, it's obviously working really well, and with the combination of Ken with the 2 ARs, but like an hour is nuts. 1,000 more seconds than the next player, like
That's actually insane. So,
yeah. But is that a weakness, bro?
I don't know,
What
man.
if Dashy just keeps getting shredded? No one's on hill. Like, you're a man down. No one's on hill. Like, that's got to make it crazy hard if you're not. But you're Brucey. I'm just playing devil's advocate at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, he's fucking Brucey, but still.
That's insane, dude. Just to think that he's an OBJ player now for the team, in this season here, where he's just stoking hill left and fucking right. So
I love
it's good to see. Good to see. Good that he's being more fundamental and being more of a team player for sure.
it. How you not following Object Gaming, bro?
You talking about?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Moving on.
It's just alcohol. It's just alcohol.
And then here's some more news here on Methods and Zuma on Illy not being picked up by Rocker. Let's go into a live listening.
Yeah, I actually don't know what's going on with Ender. I saw the same shit that Gunless is from with Rocker because Ender fell through or
I
something.
did see that. What do you think about that, bro? Because apparently
I don't know what
Ender
that could
was
possibly
the one.
mean.
It's almost like they gave Ender a go, tried him out, and ended up deciding with somebody else.
Or
What is it?
Ender scrim with Rocker. They played against Seattle on the scrim, and Ender just mopped the floor with Seattle, and they were like, we're not going to trade him. We're going to put him back in.
Or it goes right back to Seattle. That could also be a.
Could you imagine? I'd be infuriated if I was Ender and that happened.
Yeah, I mean, definitely some sad news there for Illy. I definitely wanted to get that on the podcast, well, just to kind of make sure, I had my facts right. But, yeah, that's insane, man. If Surge is actually just kind of bottlenecking him for
Facts.
Yeah, it is. Actually,
Which is interesting because, I mean, they seem to have no problem letting Arcees go. Why not just do the same thing? So they obviously, like, believe in him and know he's talented, and they're just, like, blackballing his ass. And that would be a crazy scenario if what Method said was true.
Dude, imagine, bro, just
Because it's a lose-lose. You win, you're not going anywhere. You lose, you don't look good for the new team. Like, you're just fucked.
dude, that
would be
is
so
horrible.
crazy.
That is.
I wouldn't even pick my class. I wouldn't even get in there.
I'm just shocked.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
you know
God.
what? Whatever. Like, I'm gonna go eat.
Nah. But moving on here, then we have after the update here. Here is a clip of the literally the rival 9 cross mapping someone in ranked play on a high rise control or a search and destroy. Let's tune into this real quick.
I have not seen this.
Look at this, dude. Look at this.
How do you leave?
Look at this. Parasite with the rival 9.
With the linear on?
Over with.
With the linear on. Jesus.
Over with, dude.
Apparently that's the vibe.
That is
I was watching
actually
something earlier.
insane,
Look at that.
dude. He literally cross maps him with the rival 9. As a submachine gun, you're not supposed to do this.
You're
And
not
after the
supposed to be able
patch,
to do that.
this is why no one, dude, oh my gosh, dude, this is insane. This is so insane.
How do you leave?
Yeah, I would have left too. I would have rage quit so hard. I would have. He's on PC, dude. Just Alt F9, dude, or Alt F4. Fuck it, I'm out. And then going in here to some more movement things like that.
Oh.
We have
Behind me,
Shotzi.
jump.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Went top.
I heard.
Oh, behind me, jump.
Just went top.
Look at
Oh,
Shotzi just
behind me, jump.
hauling
Just went
ass,
top.
dude. What? Imagine seeing this in a game, dude. And you're just like, all right, bet. Okay, whoop. Dude, that is some monkey movement right there out of
Some
Shotzi.
trolling shit. You're like,
Could
he could easily
you
just pop back
imagine?
around and
Could
he didn't
you
even go
imagine,
after
bro?
him.
Dude.
Chase. He said, "All right, you can take control down. I don't give a fuck."
I'm out.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, he's like one of the only pros to still have like both options still on, instead of just only
That's crazy to see.
slide.
That'd be crazy to see. If
Yeah.
I saw that in rank play, dude, I'm out. Done.
Oh, I'd lose SR backing out. Fuck it.
And speaking of Shotzi, we also have another clip here of Shotzi explaining the eclipse phenomenon to Pred. Let's go into a live listen in.
Nah, I don't really know the science behind it, but it has to do something with the fact that like the moon. So you know what the eclipse is, right? Like I'm pretty sure it's called a solar eclipse. You know what that is, right?
Solar eclipse?
I'm pretty sure it's whenever the moon and the sun, because I'm pretty sure the sun goes, the sun goes around the moon, right? It goes around it.
Yeah,
But then this time around, it went like, I think it went behind it, or
Yeah, something like that.
moon was the sun.
Yo,
Oh,
it
the
was
sun
It
doesn't
sound like
move?
Bobby in the
But
garage.
the sun doesn't move.
Why does go on my
AP,
camera?
Did you know that the sun didn't move?
Did you know that the sun didn't move? Dude, this dude, I don't understand how this dude is alive, dude. This dude, oh my,
Did you know?
dude, did you know the sun didn't move?
I'm surprised he
Brother.
remembers to fucking brush his teeth in the morning. This shit crazy.
Dude, all he knows is Call of Duty, bro. That is
I
so
love it.
insane, dude. So
You
insane.
can tell he just said, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on this.
Buddy is faded IRL permanent.
I
Dude,
love
that
it.
is so crazy.
Speaking of Shotzi,
But moving in here onto some different Call of Duty news, we have some footage of the new Get High map for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer from the game files, which shows a parkour type map. It is its mode is supposed to be about to be which players which reach the top first based on data mining. So kind of like a parkour map that you would remember seeing something like this in maybe Black Ops 3, like a speed run type of map here. So definitely cool to see something new being iterated here, maybe like a speed run type map. But kind of look at this here, man.
oh, checkpoint, nice. Oh hell no, right?
I mean, this goes on for days, and I think this kind of goes off of what was that one video game that it was really popular back
Looks like Tron.
where like it was like that modded like how high you can get up. It was like a bunch of like tasks, and people got so high up. Dude, I forget what is that name of that video game. It was like some like team game. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it looked like
Oh,
the
yeah.
GTA like map or something like that. That was just like a bunch of like random stuff that people were just climbing and getting super high, and you fell off the
Getting
map.
pissed off.
Yeah. It reminds me of that.
That's gotta be what the inspiration probably.
I don't know, dude. This is crazy, but that'd be cool to see. You know, I'd be definitely cool to check this out, see what it's like. But just something new, and creative, kind of more like relaxed and laid back type of a game. So, cool to
like
see
it.
there. But this might be coming here pretty soon, maybe season 3 Reloaded. But this is in the game files here, so it hasn't been released quite yet. But a good sneak peek to what's coming down the pipeline. And then in other news here, we have on this day in 2011, Scump won his first land with Quantic Leverage at MLG Dallas.
Starting off this Call of Duty
So
Black Ops
a little
series.
interesting to see here for Black
True
Ops
number
1
true number one
OG.
seed, true professionals, and you know
Look
what?
at the
We're gonna
PS3s,
see we're gonna see them again in Columbus, and they're definitely gonna be the team to beat as we move into that.
So the same team that won the 25K
tournament against Optic is now here in Dallas, Texas, and now we have a new champion, or a champion to start off this Call of Duty Black Ops series throughout the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro
nameless?
Circuit, and that's going to be Leverage.
Competition. Congratulations on being the first Call of Duty Black Ops 2011 tournament winner here on the MLG Pro Circuit. Here's your trophy. Congrats.
I don't know who this guy is.
True #1 seed.
Who do you know who that guy might have been? The one
True
in the middle
#1
here that
seed.
looks like that looks like Anxious back in the day, dude. Honestly.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, dead ass. So yeah, I mean, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, he won his first LAN event in Black Ops 1. I wish I would have known more about competitive scene back in the day, dude. That is actually crazy to see.
There you go. Meet right. Wait, scroll down. Maybe it's someone will say like who all it was. An update on Bob. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Must be Bob. Big Bob. Okay, Bob.
Might have been me back in the day. I didn't even know it.
Jeez.
Must have blacked out. And then here, I just wanted to get like a little fun thing that rounded out this episode here. I know we talked about zombies with Blizz and whatnot. I was really hoping to get his opinion on this, but out of all the zombie maps that you've played, right, you have to choose 2, and the rest are gone forever. So right here we have Nocturne Toten, Ascension, Baruch, Shadows of Evil, Call of the Dead, 5, Kino der Toten, Origins, Transit, Der Riest, Kino Numa, and Alcatraz. Which 2 are you choosing, and which are the rest gone forever?
That's tough, bro. I mean, Kino just because of nostalgia, but maybe for pure like. I mean, they're all super. Damn, this is tough.
Yeah.
Kino and Ascension.
Kino and Ascension, huh? Okay. Well, for me, I'm gonna go with Die Rise just for the throwback of it all. Honestly, like that was probably the map I played the most on World at War, and that was just super fun. And then it being brought back into Black Ops 3 was just definitely
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, dude, Chef's kiss for show. And then as far as like the best map there, I mean it's definitely hard. I'm glad. I'm gonna probably go with Origins on this one here because that one, I mean, that's a pretty popular map that everybody likes. Call of the Dead's a close third. Ascension's also up there. Transit, I know Transit was a one that everyone liked as well, but I didn't like it because of all the lava and it was too split up and things like that.
Yeah, that shit, that's kind of whack. Yeah.
But it was definitely a very popular map for sure. So, yeah, I mean, I want to go with Die Rise or Der Riest, and Origins for this year.
Okay.
Well, good deal, man. Well, I mean, other than that, that's gonna be it for this episode here, man. Was there anything that you wanted to speak about, or anything that you wanted to reflect on, or speak about, anything like that?
Shouts out Blizzle for real. That was good to have him on. Good to learn more about his, past and present in Call of Duty and in and out of the game. Ready for some Call of Duty this weekend, bro. I mean, it's nice to have a little break, not have to, I gotta, get everything done by 3 because my ass is about to be chilling type thing, So, but I'm ready for it, so it'll be nice. What about you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to get a little break. I can go to the gym, take a little, whatever, because the season 3 hadn't dropped, so ranked was a little stale. But yeah, ever since CDL kind of took a break, it was good to kind of reset, get everything going. And then now it's gonna hit a little nicer coming into this weekend here. So we got some good Call of Duty. We got my birthday tomorrow. So it's gonna be some good vibes going. So that Tuesday, April 9th, what I'm saying?
Get it.
Go ahead, shout outs, But yeah, man.
Big Bob on a birthday.
Yeah, big 29, dude. We're 1 year away from the big 3-0. It's crazy, man. Absolutely.
I know, right?
Crazy. Well, good
Ain't
deal.
shit changed.
And it's just a number at this point here, man.
Yo.
Still playing duty.
Yo.
With the boys back in the day. That's crazy. How it's almost been half my life playing this franchise here. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be it for this episode here, man. We really appreciate you. If everyone here, if you made it this far, we really appreciate it. Go ahead and drop a like on the video. It really helps the algorithm here. Leave a comment what you liked about the episode. Go ahead and follow us, the Blind Counter, on Twitter. We're also on YouTube if you're still listening here, watching there. We're also on audio-only platforms, podcasts for Apple Music and Spotify. And then we really appreciate Mr. AMANE and Blizzle for coming out. Like always, Blizz, appreciate you. I know you're not here, but for you there, man, we really appreciate you coming in and talking your 2 cents with us here. Mr. AMANE, like always, man, really appreciate all that you do on and off the stream with us here.
You too, bro. You too.
You just the GOAT, man. Just the GOAT. So go ahead and drop us a follow on Twitter as well, at the AKIIRA AMANE, at TheOffset X there. We'll be posting all the time there, and then obviously the Blind Counter on Twitter as well. But we really appreciate it, man. Everyone else out there, go ahead and leave a like there. But other than that, we will see you guys on the next episode of the Blind Counter Podcast.
Thank you. Peace.
Yes, sir, Key.